Three, two, one. Welcome on to episode 24 of the podcast. I'm actually gonna make sure it's episode 24. Yeah, welcome on to random episode 24 of the podcast. We are starting a new record. I never posted episode 23 on YouTube, so I'm doing a double post on YouTube. So get ready for that. Yeah, but episode 24 of the podcast, we are gonna be back with some Call of Duty. Reality is the third major of CDL. We're having three. In reality, there also is more stuff I did want to talk about, which were NFL, not NFL. Well, the NFL draft already. That thing not started. The rumors about it. Which one? I decided not to talk about that until later on. Then, sorry about that. There's a fly my way. And then, NHL and NBA pay up. But already, I'm behind schedule with those, so I decided not to. And we're just gonna focus on Call of Duty. In reality, I might add some other esports once we get to the esports World Cup. But it's all a what's the word? A to be determined. But yeah, if you see my predictions, I went almost perfect in predictions. My only one loss is the Vegas game, and am I a little bit pissed by the Vegas game? I am already Vegas through that game. We're gonna talk about every matchup starting with Friday. Friday was Ultra. Friday was Ultra Mirrors Miami. Not a bad game right there. Miami did do that game, but hey, not a bad work for Miami. And reality, and 3-1 for one in their entire season, not bad. But this section where they pushed down, also Boston beating Cloud9 3-0, I feel like Cloud9 it started to get back on the track again where they were before, which is on the down, on the downhill. Because the figure we saw how good Cloud9 was earlier, what is it, back in Major 2, and this is basically we're going back to Major 1 quarterfinals. Cloud9, especially where they ended. I'll show you the full standing after. And then these beating Grenadiers, I know that's going to happen 3-0. This Grenadiers team is terrible. In reality, if I do my tier list again, I would put Falcons ahead of Grenadiers because this Grenadiers team is terrible. I no joke think that if I go to standings in general, the standings in general, that they're at 30 points. They're 20 points ahead of Falcons. In reality, it might already be, and also on the same record, 4-20 and 1-22. In reality, I feel like these two teams are gonna be the two bottom teams for sure. We have bottom team for sure to be able, and then how tight this freaking wow, this is actually really close. But yeah, we'll talk about signings in a bit. Then we're gonna move on to Saturday matchups. Saturday match where um the match where Vancouver beating Cloud9. I had that got that correct. I knew Miami was gonna do Tulsa, that's why I made my switch. And then Ultra being pretty much are terrible. Like those will be really just terrible. And not doing so. The Fate beating Falcons. Really, I thought this might be a little bit closer. But really, I did have FaZe winning this. And then I think that was close for the hard point and everything else was. Not the close was two hard point. Well, the second hard, the red card hard point was close. Everything else was not even that close at all. If you want to watch a Google map, watch the first map of this team. That was a blowout for FaZe. But yeah, I did first say my favorite match for you guys to watch Friday. Miami with Georgia. Watch that matchup. Then Saturday, I think Saturday's a 3-2, like Vancouver versus Cloud9. That would win game 5. But when in reality, it's not the close. Like, close are map 1 and map 2, map 3, map 4, map 5, and I'm that close also. We can watch that. And then, that's basically the only other thing to watch. And then Sunday was where I got my match incorrect. Sunday, I had a Vegas beating Boston. I thought that was going to happen, but in reality, that didn't happen. That ended 3-2 for Vegas or for Boston. Recommend watching that one. You can watch the top two matchups. Don't care about CBA. The Ravens. It's not even close at all. I'll talk about that more specific soon. But yeah, we'll go over to the Boston Vegas game. In reality, it was close. Like Matt Bowman closed. We don't skip this in the, but in reality, it was not best here. It also was a reverse sweep to Super Vegas because they were up 2-0, and then really They could close on the hard point, but they threw it in this SD. They threw so hard. Hey, watch that game. That's basically the only game. And we talk about the Ravens. Well, I really don't think they're too much to talk about. It's not even close at all. If we do look, I really, if I can bring up stats, which I don't know how to bring up the stats, I gotta find, I think, breaking point maybe? Breaking point.du. Yeah, I think breaking point, maybe can break up my stats. Work. Dude, there's no way for me to bring up stats. Wow. Oh, maybe they're right. Oh, there is. Okay. If I go here and I bring up the stats, yeah, it's not even close. And then poor Rex, 30 and 49.61 KD to start your CL season. Really not a good way to start it because you are facing against a top dog, which is known as the Thieves. In reality, if you maybe have also in reality Falcons and in reality Ravens and Thieves have not done a good thing at all. Thieves have beaten Ravens 3-0 almost everything, and the 3-1 in the major one. But yeah, map 1, Rex the terrible 1923.83 KD, and then map 2 he went 4-7. Map 3 he went 7-19 like no joke. As an AR player faced against Steve, your job is to counter these Steve. It's not a good thing at all. The one, if I bring up the power rankings, I just close the thing and next one. By the way, shout out Breaking Point, by the way, if I bring up like the tier ranking, or according to them, their rankings are not that dang good right now. They're 7th in the ranking, so I feel like Ravens are struggling a bit. Which one? They're gonna struggle a lot more. Than that's where we bring up standings. Ravens and Ravens right now are at 210, which puts him above everything. And right now, it's really just a battle between 6, 7, and 8. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Because 6 at 150, 7 at 140. Texas at 130. They're the 8 seed right now. Cloud 9 to 105. Rockets at 100. It's basically going close one throughout the season. I think we can finally eliminate Vegas and Gritamates. Which, no joke, I'm seeing this. The first round, if this tournament were to end like this, we would have seen. Make sure my yeah. It would have been Faith versus Texas, D versus Miami, Ultra versus Boston, the Vancouver Search. Well, these two, and then Vancouver versus Ravens, at Vancouver Search. But hey, that leads us into our topic that we care about today, which is the major. So, as usual, I'm going to predict major brackets I have up right here. And then we predict the matches, and I'll predict Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday matchups on their own days. Alright, as usual, Thieves versus Ravens. I don't think Ravens are beating Thieves. I just knock Ravens out of here. Miami versus Ultra. I think that close, but I think Ultra gets it 3-1 again. In reality, I might see a 3-1, 3-2, so I'm going to put a 31. But in reality, I do see a 3-2, 3-1 happening. Outside of Thieves versus Ravens, I'm not too much talking about these Thieves are broken. Poor Ravens. Like, no joke, Ravens going to be Thieves, which I don't think will happen a lot of major. And that's my thought. Ultra versus Miami gonna be a lot closer because it should be a lot closer to their previous matchup, which was on Saturday, was also 3-1. So it can change there maybe. Already, I think Miami might have to make a lose bracket run. Breach versus Texas. I am giving this matchup. I'm giving the match to Boston, but I say go 3-2 Boston. I think Texas fought to the back and struggled for a bit, but I think they make maybe a loser back run. But I'm ready. I think I got Boston winning it. If Optic win that game, I'm not surprised either way, but I think 32. FaZe versus Surge, I'm saying 3-2 to FaZe because FaZe is right now looking at it. I literally don't joke think our top 2 squads are even FaZe, but in reality, if we go back and check our standing, FaZe, I think FaZe the 60, yeah, FaZe the 60 because we had the top 5 were tied for 1, and it came down to map count and the tiebreakers. So I don't know how this happened right here. But my computer. But I don't know how a 12-7 Surge got ahead of a 13-8 Hertz. There might be some kind of tiebreaker there. I have no idea what that is, but hey, that happened. Wait, am I a winner from one prediction? That's basically my Friday predictions or Thursday predictions. So I'm gonna write that down. On that, please note I won't be doing Friday prediction until the next day, like these Friday predictions, but I'll be predicting to me. So who do I got? I got Thieves. I got Thieves. Okay, I'm gonna read the pro standing. Alright. So I'm gonna put it. So I got Thieves winning, and I want to do in order. So I got Thieves winning. Then I go to the 12 o'clock match, which is FaZe. I got FaZe winning that one. And I go back up to the Miami Ultra game. I got Ultra winning that one. Then I go Texas versus Boston. I got Boston somehow beating Texas. And ready? I do see that happen. Alright. We move on to Friday on here. Friday, we start with 10:30 matchup right here. Vancouver versus Cloud9. I think Vancouver wins that game. I think that go 3-1. Going up. 10:30. Oh, 10:30, 10 right here. Okay. Texas versus Falcons. Damn. Texas versus Falcons. Falcons don't even this against Texas. But Texas on land is a different thing. Same thing with Falcons might be a different thing. I literally think that the upset of the century happened. But go game 5 and Falcons knock out Texas. Next one. Miami versus Grittermates. Miami wins. Sorry, Grittermates. I'll give you 3. I'll give you a 3-0. Ravens. Rocker. I think Raven. I think it go game 5. I think Ravens somehow put up the win somehow. I think reality I can go either way with this matchup. My main thing for that matchup is saying how well can Rex play land. I know for sure you're gonna struggle against Steve for too much for against Steve, so I know you're gonna struggle with that. But then you come down here and then maybe you can prove a victory over Rocker, even though Rocker needs these points for standing. So in reality, this match can go either back and forth. So it's either can go like this or like this. That's what I'm guessing. But when I'm leaving it to Raven, I think Rex gets up the rim, Rocker out. And then the final Friday matchup is Falcon Surge. I think Surge knocks Falcon out 3-1, or I think 31. Moving to Saturday. Saturday, we got Ravens Heretics. I got Ravens. I actually got Heretics beat Ravens. I think Heretics make a run for me. But I think that go 3-1. I know, I'm saying that to go 3-2. Then up the winner bracket, which is the 12 o'clock on Saturday. Boston versus FaZe. I think FaZe get that one, but I go 3-1. Thieves versus Ultra. I think Thieves gets the revenge on Ultra, but I go 3-2 again. In reality, like I said before, this can go either way, but I'm saying 3-2. Alright, Saturday at 3, I'm guessing, next year, Saturday at 3. Boston versus Miami. I think Miami, I think it go game 5. But I think Miami somehow wins that. I really think Miami somehow makes a lose back run. They lose round 4 to your Ultra Surge. Ultra and Surge, I think that goes game 5 for Ultra. Ultra gets that one. And then we go to Sunday. Sunday, we got Miami versus Ultra. I think Ultra ends Miami run at 3-1. Ready? I think I want to go 3-2 for that one. D versus FaZe. We'll get D versus FaZe, a big rematch. A major one, final rematch. What's the other thing? Major 2 semi-final rematch, I think? Like a rematch? I think FaZe somehow. I think it go game 5. I want to give it the victory back to FaZe. I think Thief falls to loser bracket. But I think Thief somehow either go 3-1 against Ultra or go 3-2 against Ultra. They get a Thief's favorite rematch. Ready? I think this winner bracket and loser bracket. I think Sunday is going to be a very interesting day. Like, no joke, I really think Sunday is going to be an interesting day due to how teams can be played and due to how it can be. I know I'm ready. I think the loser bracket might get more interesting. We have seen almost every number 1 seed loses. But I'm ready. I don't think this number 1 seed loses. I think they lose in the winner final somehow. Or in somehow they win it, but I'm ready. If they win it there, I think FaZe to win that one against Ultra. And then we go to sorry, you get I make my screen never go my screen froze, but I did. Okay, then we go to the final. I think they really go back to sub, but I think these finally somehow gets that win. And LA Thieves will win the major. So I'm ready. That's my major prediction. Ready? I cannot zoom it out too far. So I'm just gonna put it back to 100. Then, bam. Wait, that's what I think my major is. So I want to submit it. And once again, those are my predictions. I really think all the 3-2s maybe can go their way. Like in the games, I really think that this is going to be very interesting bracket due to where some teams are. But I don't see a whole bunch of 3-0s happening. I think maybe like 1 or 2 3-0s. Yeah, for everybody wondering how I did Major 2, I got 11 points in Major 2. Yeah, and then I should have done it from the beginning, which one I want to do this next time for Sam. I want to predict everything on here. Go on, you can predict and see how I do. And then here I got 15 points because I got the Thieves correct. Then I got that correct. I got that correct. That correct. That correct. That correct. Got that correct. That correct. And yeah. Wait. So that's where we are. If you look at the leaderboard, I am not doing so good in the leaderboard. I think I'm like down maybe. I don't know how many points I have. How many points do I have? But I'm sorry, I don't know. Oh, and then I can also share my picks too. Well, I'm ready. I want to share one. So I'm gonna go over to X, and then we can check on X, see if there's anything cool on X. Ooh, my name's on here. Never mind. I'm not gonna share it. My name's on there. And then you don't share. Yeah, so never mind. Wait, I don't see nothing CDL news. There is Column news. Wait a minute. We got Column news. Beans is not expected to play a major three due to visa issues. Mercury is expected to be an emergency stuff, and I just freaking. And I predict the Ultra. Son of a. I just. I'm pissed now. Dude, I think Miami makes. Oh my. I, I should have looked at Twitter. I'm pissed now. Oh, we should talk about Valorant though. Yeah, we should. Yeah, everybody's there. I want to cover my screen just in case anything. I want to make sure any other news. Dude, I'm freaking pissed. I got look. So I got freaking the Martin. Yeah, all right. You know, we'll talk about Valorant. Yeah, let's talk about Valorant, shall we? So Valorant, not Valorant mode. I'm not gonna. I will be talking about those. Talking about VCTs actually. So Valorant is scheduled to happen. Which one? It's scheduled to happen, and as usual, of course, I'm 103 guy. We don't talk about the final matchup, but hey, predictions for this one. I think Thief beat NBR. I think Sense beat Cloud9. I think Thief beat Crew. I think G2 beat Sentinels. I'm ready. It's so hard to predict, but one, I'm ready to see how excited is this one. Their points and stuff, and then same thing with the EWC. I don't think the EWC has announced some other formats. Maybe. I'm gonna let's Apex nothing. Crossfire nothing. Free Fire nothing. Overwatch. Yeah, Overwatch was announced for brother. So format for Overwatch have been announced. It's a round robin with groups of 4. All matches are to be determined. So it's basically when anyone confirmed the Champions League winner, Raccoons. Congrats, Raccoons. So it's basically a group stage round robin into a single major playoff, which is cool. I have level 1 by the way. So that's cool for Overwatch. Rocket League, Rainbow Rocket League, Valorant. Do we know any qualification for Valorant? I really don't think there are any other formats. Do we? COD, I don't think COD already knew about COD already. My computer went free, so I'm ready. No, ready? I don't think we should talk about any more stuff. I think we're basically done for. Yeah, we're basically done for. So, freaking pissed. I should have checked Twitter. I'm pissed about that. I think Ultra might lose to freaking Heretic, but we'll see. If that's true, I'll let you guys know on Sunday. I'll let you guys know either on Sunday or Twitter. Or if that's true. For now, I will see you guys next time for episode 25. Bevi's episode. No, not 25. Is it 25 next episode? That's been a wheel. Yeah. But as usual, I'll see you guys later. See you guys next time for actually this will be episode. See you guys whenever I see you guys for episode 25. big reminder, episode 23 and 24 will be posted on YouTube today, hopefully. Not they'll be uploaded tomorrow. So yeah, so that's gonna be pretty low. Make sure those two get uploaded because each time I upload something on YouTube, it's not long. But hey, nothing we can do about it. See you guys later.